Nissan is so chill.
We fucked up, dude.
Nissan's so chill, dude.
Is Nissan a cool company?
They let you smoke weed on break.
Do they? That'd be great if you're like applying for a job and there's like also they let you smoke weed on break.
Whoa.
Like I'm sober.
Well,
Hey.
you can still take the break.
Legally you can have it.
Didn't you used to do that? Didn't you? All your serving jobs, they thought you smoked cigarettes, but you
Yeah,
just go smoke weed.
I would tell them I smoked cigarettes.
I mean, technically, you can.
Time for my once a shift cigarette. Or I go cry.
Well, you worked at some fancy places. There were probably like one cigarette break.
Yeah, you know how it's always like you're like, damn, we're about to have a slow period at work. I really need to go run and have a cigarette.
Yes, that is how that works.
No, but I mean to like prepare mentally.
Oh yeah, to prepare mentally.
Those people are like, God, that's exhausting. I need a cigarette.
It's like that. This is about to be exhausting.
And I'm like, man, if I have a cigarette, I'll just fall asleep.
No way, I couldn't smoke a cigarette before shift.
They're like, hey, no, nothing in the rules says I can't cry on my cigarette break. I come here with red eyes, all puffy. Yeah, so what if I've been thinking?
I was thinking about my mortality.
I was thinking about, obviously I'm giddy. I've been thinking for 15 minutes while I enjoyed a cigarette.
And then things took a turn south.
My mind thought of funny stuff, and now I'm in a funnier mood.
What do you do when you smoke your 15-minute cigarettes?
My mind is funny. The only reason it's not funny around you fuckers is because you're bringing me down. When I'm out there next to the dumpster, and then they go, that's not where the cigarettes smoking area is. And I go, I don't know where it is.
Where would I go?
I do it in my car. That was the other great one. Is like, why does Dan smoke cigarettes in his car? I'm like, because I'm crying, duh.
It's a private moment.
You fucking idiot. That is great. That is one time a cop was like, car smells a little bit like weed. And I was like, yeah, I let a coworker, it was raining and they said they were going to smoke a cigarette. And I was like, hey, you can smoke in my car.
And then they smoked weed. They fooled me.
I think they smoked weed in there.
Would you like their full name?
And
And when they work next?
Yeah. I remember the cop being...
At least let them make it through the shift so they can make bail. Let them make some bail money.
Some bail.
You can come arrest them at 4:30.
That would be a good shakedown. You get servers leaving like a bar, like a shift where they get a shift drink.
Yeah.
A little DUI.
A little DUI checkpoint right outside.
Get cash.
Right outside O'Sullivan's.
I bet you got some cash on you.
We can make all this go away.
Make all this go
away.
I
only had a shot. I think I'll pass the breathalyzer.
All this go away. It's a cop who used to be a magician. We can make all this go away.
There's a magician.
Where'd my car go?
And then it's my car.
You're too drunk to be driving anyways.
And then it's my car with all its missing parts.
Dude, that is probably true. They magicians should have special license plates so cops know what they're getting into.
Oh boy.
Sir, when I pulled you over, I noticed that you put some weed under the dashboard of your car. What dashboard? Oh my God. How do you do that?
There's a magician that comes into my new job.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a cool, like with a
a cool
with
magician.
A
cool,
like Alan Moore.
Yeah, he's devised his own deities.
Yeah.
He wears a bunch of rings.
Yeah, it's like
he's got talismans all over his chest.
That'd be funny if those. Do you think those people ever ironically get into sleight of hand magic?
Yeah.
it's like
Is this your tarot card?
Yeah, they're like it's funny. They're like it's a goof.
I'm a goofy alchemist.
Yeah, it's like It's like a guy in a hardcore band's like, I also write poetry. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I've alchemized this fart.
No, I just mean sleight of hand. Like doing the rings.
Yeah.
They're
Or
like,
making like flowers pop out of a wand.
yeah. You know, I've learned that if you summon a demonic entity through sex magic, they are not impressed with the old where'd your coin go.
Is it here?
No, so some guy came in with a cauldron.
Yeah, he I think it's just a quirky chef.
Yeah. I'm a wizard. That'd be cool. There's a wizard who lives in Old Louisville.
Yeah?
That's his whole thing. He's like an Instagram where he's like, I'm a wizard.
What kind of wizard?
It seems to be like just the kind in branding.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a brand deal with wizardry.
No, you got a guy who's like, I always wear a top hat and smoke a stovepipe. I fucking said that completely wrong.
Stovepipe hat.
I'd smoke a stovepipe. I'd smoke a hat.
Smoke a hat.
No, but he's just like, I'm a wizard.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Well, is he a good wizard?
I remember one time I DM'd him on Instagram and I was like, hey, wizard man, do you like comedy? I got like a show. And then he was like, yes. And then I was like, why'd I DM that wizard? And then I never responded. That's my favorite. I listened to the NoFX autobiography once, and then I DM'd the drummer, and I was like, "You got a pretty wild life, man. You made it through. You seem like a pretty good, cool dude."
Yeah.
And then he sent me back this long response. He was like, "That really means a lot, man. Here's some like tips about how I
delete."
Yeah, and then I just the next day was like, "Wow, what a weirdo." He responded an hour later.
Fucking
better
freak.
Stuff to do.
Get this guy away from me.
What a creep. Now I know what his anti-drug is. It's responding.
It's reading DMs.
It's the DMs.
But how many people are DMing the NoFX drummer?
Smelly? I don't know.
It's just Fat Mike trying to set up band practice.
They broke up. They're done. They retired.
They retired.
When you're a band of that age, you should make it a breakup.
Yeah, really.
Even if you're just retired.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Just stage the thing where you're like, we're done. I don't like him anymore.
Smelly doesn't like how Fat Mike keeps putting on dresses.
Smelly started farting again. That's why his nickname Smelly is. He used to do acid all the time, and then apparently acid gives you really bad farts.
Doesn't make sense.
I know, right? Sometimes people say shit where I'm like, what?
One droplet of acid? Well, I guess Smelly was probably doing a lot because he's wild.
He's wild, man.
Was he putting it in like bean soup?
Putting it in his ass.
It was just coming out.
He's drinking just acid, like not LSD, but like some form of chemical acid.
Hydrochloric.
He's farting it out.
He's
He's farting the disintegration of his
just
organs.
chugging rubbing alcohol and farting his whole colon out.
Remember that Scrubs where they're like doing surgery and Turk's doing it? It's early on, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's that smell? Turk, did you nick the colon?"
And he has to admit he farted.
No, and then the Todd guy, the horny guy, is like, "Sir, I farted." But it's like, how is that not a product? How is there no? If
First question, who farted?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Todd, what happened after I pulled
Also,
your finger?
How is there not a thing where you're just like, because they're all tense and everything.
Yeah.
Either no one farts or everybody's farting.
Everyone farts.
And if no one farts and then Todd farted, that would probably be weird. Like Todd would probably be like, guys, I just farted.
That would be like, that should be something they tell surgeons. Like, and by the way, if you have to fart, just go for it because we can't have you holding in a fart.
Just warn everybody.
Yeah, just.
Or it's like, hey, we're all tense, so we're all farting all of the time. Or maybe it's we're all tense, so we never fart.
We're all on acid. Our farts.
We're all on acid. Our farts fucking reek. Kick it, Fat Mike. LFA trips over a bunch of sterilized instruments.
Hefe.
What a dumb band.
Wow, they're great.
They're They had to break up because otherwise they'd be coming up on like 40 years.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a Tim and Eric sketch.
No Effects 40
We're celebrating 40
year
years of
anniversary
No
tour.
Effects.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
The Red Hot Chili Peppers are over 40 years, as are the Flaming Lips.
good for them.
Yeah. Happy birthday to our
Happy
friends
birthday
in the Flaming
to
Lips.
the Flaming Lips and the Chili Peppers.
Oh, it's your birthday, isn't it?
It is.
Happy birthday to Eric and the Chili Peppers and the
Flaming Lips. And in theory, No Effects.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this in the future, figure out what year is the 40th anniversary, and then you'll know Eric had a birthday that year.
Oh.
Didn't you just have a birthday a year ago?
What the fuck, man? You're fucking hogging up all the birthdays.
What's with
Take
this?
one every year?
Can Facebook, that'd be funny, because Facebook will do that stuff where it's like, hey, you're not using Facebook right.
Yeah.
You're posting too much.
Start liking.
Start liking some stuff. You don't live in Scotland.
Quit posting
Why does
there.
it say you live in Hogs, Knobs, Scotland? Oh, I see now. But
I
we'll allow
get it. Just because it's funny, we'll allow it.
We'll allow it. But they should. Do you think they've ever had to be like, hey, we've noticed you keep changing your birthday every 4 months
Yeah.
so that people will wish you happy birthday? Quit it.
Quit it.
You get one.
Oh.
Pick one.
That's where they crack down.
Yeah.
Not on Russia.
No.
Oh.
No. Who do you think's going to win in the Middle East?
America.
America.
Know what I'm saying?
Maybe they just need to turn off the power out there and turn it back on.
I think everybody just needs to take a quick nap.
Yeah.
Reset.
Eric and I were having trouble getting the laptop to work. And we joked that you unplug the entire power grid and turn it back on. That's what a blackout is.
Well, that happens here often enough that we could probably find a way to pull it off.
Yeah.
Drive my car into a transformer.
Oh, that's probably true.
And then figure out what to do about the power once Bumblebee's dead.
I feel like Shia LaBeouf over here. Just some drunk guy who just crashed. I feel like Shia LaBeouf. I drove my car into a transformer.
Right into it. This must be what Shia LaBeouf feels like.
I feel like the bad guy from whoever the fuck the bad guy is from Transformers. I want to say Jeff Bridges. Maybe he's doing one.
The Decepticons.
No, there isn't like a person.
I don't think there's a person.
That's cool.
The Decepticons are just aliens.
No wonder.
I think they're all aliens.
They're all cars.
I don't think Megatron is made in
What
America.
an explosive twist that would be if at the end of Cars 4 they turn into Shia LaBeouf. Damn, this turned into a quote unquote capital H hot girl.
One of the three we've got in
Megan
rotation.
Fox cast as hot girl.
What's she up to these days?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's dating
Oh, yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah. What is this, the 30s? Megan Fox is dating Machine Gun Kelly. No, they got in trouble because they wore Kill Bill clothes. They dressed up like Kill Bill.
Is he Bill?
And I don't know.
Is he the Asian guy? I can see him getting in trouble.
No, they got in
like
trouble
that.
because
A big giant Fu Manchu.
the SAG told everyone not to dress up as stuff from like.
Oh, that was a real thing?
Yeah, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, don't do that. And then a bunch of people did, and they were just like, oh, sorry, I'm dumb. And then other people did, and they were like, fuck you, SAG.
I saw that in the context of a very bad SNL sketch.
Oh, really?
Which is, I guess, redundant.
No, Machine Gun Kelly and her tagged SAG in the thing. And they
Well,
were
that's
like,
just bold.
And they were like, you're next, SAG. Like a sword.
MGK's not an actor, though.
Yeah, he is. He was in The Dirt. No, he's in a bunch of shit. He does acting.
Does he?
Yeah.
But does it count
There's been
if
a
you
few
just
things-
do acting? If you're not an actor, you just do acting?
No, there was something that we were watching where midway... Because I have this weird ability that...
To know where MGK is at all times?
No. Well, that's just my Cleveland Suns.
Is he a Cleveland boy?
Oh, yeah. My pierogi sense is tingling. Somewhere Kid Cudi's in trouble. I fly off into the night. Drew Carey and I meet up halfway. Let's go. No, man, I have this sense, which my girlfriend thought was crazy as I was describing it, and then now has agreed it's true.
Yeah.
I know when someone in a movie or TV show is this is gonna sound great. This sounds. I know when they're famous.
Okay.
Like I know when someone's supposed to be like stunt casting.
Yeah, like this is it's big that he's in this.
Yeah, I know that from any. Like you could show me a British show from the 70s, where I know no one, and I would still be like, that. I bet if we Google it, that guy's in a glam rock band, like whatever the fuck.
Well,
that's some sort of athlete.
It's always a scene where all the characters think they're cool, and then that's the only scene they're in.
Yeah. No. I can even when they're. I watched that movie Bottoms yesterday because I'm getting into
I bet
S&M.
you did.
What does that mean?
I bet you did.
That movie's so. Oh, you meant the other one, the original. No, but there's a teacher in it, and I'm like, he's doing a great job. He's in it the whole time. Yeah. But I'm like, this guy's a person. I thought he was Waka Flocka Flame.
All right.
Because we haven't seen him in years.
No.
He retired from rap.
Did he?
Yeah, because I think he was one of those people who was like, oh, I can just make way more money just like investing and like doing other shit.
What T.I. did.
And rap sucks.
Like, who likes rapping?
I like to think it was me serving him 3 rounds of fried octopus at work. That was when he had this whole vision.
This sucks.
He went, what do y'all got that's good? And I went, everyone likes the octopus. He went, sure. And then I brought it out. He went, I've never had it. This is good. Another round. Maybe the 3rd round.
Do it again.
He went, do it again. And I went, is this an ad lib or is this... You really want to know?
Should I hit record?
This is like an $18 app. You really want me? If you want me to put it in, I will. But the chefs are gonna think I fucked up.
Yeah, they're gonna ask, like, did you hit repeat on a cocktail and it did the whole ticket?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You gotta think. I've been working here 2 years. They're gonna think I fucked up. They recently caught me not smoking cigarettes.
They have a different opinion of me now.
They recently heard me cough and it was a little too clear.
Yeah, the chig was up when someone asked to bum one.
Yeah,
and I said no.
Someone recently tasted my cum. They were like, "Wait a sec."
Someone asked me about my dreams lately, and I said I don't. I had a good dream last night.
Oh,
you were in it. We went to a boat show.
I didn't get good sleep.
We went to a boat show.
I was pulling double duty.
Yeah, you were at a boat show.
Goddamn.
And afterwards, you asked me if I wanted to go with you to a show you were doing, and you were going to Bible in Hand, Alabama. Which sounds like a 30 Rock joke.
I was about to say, this sounds like David Wayne made a Dan Holden biopic.
I'm headed to Bible in Hand, Alabama.
Bible in Hand, Alabama, and then Empty Field, Iowa.
You can have Bible in Hand, Alabama for any future projects. Or you can look it up. Maybe there's a historic theater.
Maybe there's some coffee shop we own an old jail next door. We've been wanting to do something with. In Opelika, Alabama, there's this pinball place. And that is true. I hit them up once because someone was just like, there's a new pinball place. It's cool. I'm like, you guys, and they're like, we're too small to do shows. But we did recently buy it.
But you're not famous enough for a big room.
No, I've sold it out. And then they went, we do own the old jailhouse behind our building.
It was a freebie.
And then they turned that into a venue.
Is it a good?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Rock and roll pinball in Opelika. I've done it. I was the first show.
Are you saying Opelona?
Opelika.
Opelika.
The sister city of Auburn. You go to Auburn. Auburn's where you live when you go to school.
Isn't Opa like Japanese or Chinese?
Opa! No, it's Greek, I think.
Opa! Laika?
Yeah.
That's when you bring out the halloumi.
Yeah. Hey! I don't think that's probably a completely different culture.
I think it's Indian.
I don't what? No, I think a halloumi is like Nordic. But then again, I'm just judging it based off of
There's no
foods that suck. I'm like, what culture sucks so much they eat hard, cold, flavorless cheese?
Oh, it's a cheese of Cypriot origin. I'm going to assume it's from Cyprus. Cypriot.
Where is Cyprus? A little island in Greece?
In Greek?
A little island in Greece. If you think about it, a lake is kind of like a water island on land.
I wonder if Cyprus ever does a boat show.
Dude, yeah, wait, I did. I am glad you brought this boat, because I am fascinated more by that point. Have you ever been to a boat? Because I've been to a few.
I think I have been to a boat
I
show.
would love to take you to a boat show. I do think that'd be pretty fun.
It's not the season.
And then also I'd be going through...
Although today would be a good day for a surprise boat show.
No,
it's a beautiful November day.
Yeah, it's like 70.
Yeah.
I was wearing a sweater and my girlfriend said, "You'll be hot."
And
like
you
in
said...
a light sweater? This light sweater's too hot for November?
I'm hot shirtless in this robe.
That's true. Well, that's more of a...
That's
because all these flash bulbs from Tiger Meat. No, man, boat show, because we'd go there and I'd be like, "I'll show you around." And
so wait, you're the
and then
expert
everyone
in
else
this
would look at
situation.
me and be like, "Why is that guy showing you?" No, my dad and I used to go to the boat travel and outdoor show every year.
Yeah.
Actually, there's two things. We go to the boat show. And
How many
the
times
sports
did your
show.
mom have to walk your dad off the "I'm buying a boat"?
We owned a boat.
Cliff.
We owned a boat.
So they fell off that cliff.
I would say my family owns a boat, Eric.
What kind of boat?
Crestliner.
Pontoon?
I wish we had a pontoon. I was Kid Pontoon, which is rare because you're like...
Kid Pontoon?
You're
Are you in a 1920s adventure novel?
Yeah.
It's Kid Pontoon!
Well, it's like a one-act play where we're all debating the boats. Yeah, my brother's like, "Speedboat. I want to go fast." And
Yeah.
my sister's like, "Barbie Dreamboat," or whatever the fuck.
Dad's like, "Yacht."
My dad's like... Dad's like, "What if it's a series of canoes?"
If we tie a bunch of logs together.
No, we have a boat. You could fish on it. You could tube. You could ski.
Nice.
You could do every. You could get yelled at by your dad on it. You could go, "I don't want to dock this thing. You do it," and then jump off and swim into the lake and make your dad dock it. You could poke holes in the bottom.
Do you think your brother's gonna?
Ooh, they got mad when we did that.
Who's gonna get that boat when your parents die? Brother?
I haven't driven it in so long that I tell people I don't know how to drive it.
That's probably a smart move.
Yeah.
Instead of just lying and
One time
wrecking
Whitney
a boat.
and I were up there, and I was like, "I don't know how to drive that boat." And she's like, "Okay." And then this moment where I was like, "I should be honest. I could drive that boat.
I just don't want
I just
to.
don't want to deal with all
That
this."
sounds so. How do you break a boat?
Well, our dock is in like a little lagoon.
Yeah.
So you gotta like pull it out and go around a little alleyway in the water. And we were just right out on the ocean or the lake. I would go right out
We
there.
fucked up.
I would just go boom.
We fucked up. We ended up in the Atlantic Ocean.
No, boats are funny, man, because you're like, it's funny watching people who have never driven a boat drive a boat.
Because it's probably easy.
It's kind of easy, but you forget that like it's not like a car. There's no brake,
Yeah, you can't stop it.
and you can't. A turn doesn't happen instantly.
Yeah.
So it's very funny because people are like, "Woo! I'm going straight and fast. This
Woo!
is fun." And then they do their first turn, and they're like, "Whoa!"
I don't know how to do this.
I'm in over my head. Literally, we flip.
I'm in under my head. I don't know.
My head's under the water. No,
I'm
man.
underwater on this boat.
We'd always go to the boat show, and I'd be like, "This is what we need, man. It's a clock that's like it looks like a ship's steering wheel." And my dad would be like, "Okay."
We didn't come here for home
And
decor.
then I'd be like, "Ooh, a wakeboard."
You ever
I'm
go
15.
wakeboarding?
I don't do any athletic activities.
I'm fat.
I'm fat and yet also skinny and weak. I'm somehow both. I'm top heavy. This is perfect for wakeboarding.
my tits are huge.
Yeah.
Won't flop over.
This would be great. We'll get a wakeboard.
Yeah. There was a wakeboarding video game.
I know.
Can you believe that?
That's crazy. That should have been like a 2-player game where your dad drives the boat.
You just get yelled at.
Yeah. You're like, I want to do a jump, and he's like, "There's geese over here."
Fuck geese.
I'm not going over there.
Does your dad have respect for geese?
No, my dad was notorious for
killing geese.
No, he would respect geese, but he didn't have enough respect for. You're not supposed to You're supposed to give people You're not supposed to just pull up in someone's backyard, lake, whatever you call it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
So my dad would just be tubing us, and we're just swinging by some kid up to his knees, outside of his parents' house.
Fishing for crawdads.
Yeah, some kid
got some hot dog on the end of a stick with a shoelace.
A bucket of fucking minnows. And my dad's going through 30 miles an hour.
With a child whipping behind him.
Pulling me. And my mom would be like, I don't want to go in the boat. He goes too close. And then even when he's just having a nice little drive, probably when he's fishing too, although fishing slightly more.
You kind of want to get out there.
Well, fishing is a little bit more you go where the fish are.
Yeah.
You're slowly drifting.
Yeah, you don't want to scare him
My
away.
dad would just be like, I'm having let's go in the boat, have a nice little drive around the lake. And then we're just we can see people's we can see people text. I'm looking at someone on their porch, and I'm like, Animal Farm, good book.
Get the LG chocolate.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you got the U2 iPod.
Well, can you give us a push? We accidentally hit one of your kids' pool noodles.
We got a flipper in the rotor.
We're way too shallow of water. We somehow ended up just in your backyard in a puddle.
My dad thought a puddle jumper was a boat.
And my dad's friendly, so people are coming out. He's a friendly dummy. So people are like, what the fuck? Why is a boat so close? And then they come out, and then I go, hey! They come out to say, hey!
We're going to hear about bull semen?
Yeah.
Extensively?
This guy's just slowly cruising. I'm going to cruise in the lake, but for gay sex.
Hey, boys.
Hey, boy, just me on a little raft. I'll hop in. Give me
Is it true what they say about sailors?
I'll do anything for one of them Milwaukee's best.
You can just have one, dude.
Dude, just take an empty can.
We brought 300.
You know why they like Milwaukee's best up there at the lake?
Why?
Because if the can's empty, you just dip it into the lake and let it fill up, and it tastes like fucking.
It tastes like shit.
Lake water. No, they did. They did a blind taste test with lake water.
Was that true?
No, that'd be funny.
People just getting
It's
dysentery.
like a Coke ad, and they're like, not only did we beat Pepsi in the taste test,
They also beat diarrhea.
we did a taste test with Pepsi and shit won. So it goes Coke, shit, Pepsi.
Hey, I don't have a problem with Pepsi, man.
Pepsi's good. That's
I'm
Norman
down with
Donald's
the
last
culture.
post. Remember Don's last ever Instagram post is just him eating McDonald's with a can of Pepsi.
Yeah.
And it's a post where he's like, if I had a burger restaurant, I'd serve Pepsi. Because Pepsi's delicious and it goes better with burgers. Hashtag Pepsi, hashtag Team Pepsi. That's his last ever Instagram post.
That'll win in the election.
Which does, Coke, McDonald's sells Coke, right?
Yeah.
So it's him being controversial.
Fuck McDonald's.
Well, brand crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his brand deal with McDonald's.
Yeah, what? Who's paying for your coffin now, Norm? That would be funny if you go up to the Golden Arches and you're like, damn. It's heaven. I fucked up. You go to heaven and you're like, this is beautiful golden. They got McDonald's here.
They got McDonald's
And
here.
you're like, no, Ray Crockett, a near-death experience in 1954. He fucking ripped us off.
This McDonald's has Pepsi.
You go, really? And then they go, yeah, look at St. Peter. And St. Peter is he's Grimace.
Trump doing?
How is Grimace doing? His birthday was so recently.
Was it?
It was a few months ago.
Grimace?
Did you not celebrate?
Is that what that shake was for?
Yes. People think it was
To gross everyone out.
McDonald's like, we're selling too much. Let's make some shit perfect.
God, we're understaffed.
Let's make it way understaffed. Let's do a purple shake.
McDonald's is running an ad campaign, and it's just like, what are you doing on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
From 3 to 10 p.m. Go to a McDonald's. Put on a visor.
Help us.
Help.
We outsourced the ordering process somehow. No, man, McDonald's, that would be pretty fun.
You ever think about becoming a manager at McDonald's?
Oh, yeah. Moving that place into shape.
When I was in between jobs, every time I drove by a fast food place, it was like, managers wanted. I was like, I don't know.
To whip it into shape.
Why not? I still haven't let that Fazoli's dream die.
Well, that's a dream. There's plenty of sleep left for that one. You got more snooze in the clock for that one.
Man, you set that alarm way too early on that nap.
Yeah.
You were going to take a 15-minute nap? Really?
The Fazoli's dream is perfect for a disco nap. No, Grimace, they gave Grimace his birthday.
I was telling someone at my old job about that, and I kept calling it
Grimace's birthday?
I kept calling it a pirate Fazoli's.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
yeah, you always say that.
And then,
like,
after, a week of me, having brand new great ideas, and telling him about it, he was like, so what's the point of the pirate costumes? I was like, what? He's like, you keep calling it a pirate Fazoli's.
Yeah, it's not a pirate Fazoli's would be like if you ran a different restaurant, but it was a Fazoli's.
Well, I was thinking like pirate radio, but with Fazoli's.
Yeah, that's not, no.
Philip Seymour Hoffman wasn't a swashbuckler in that movie.
Would this be easier if I'd said gorilla?
No.
Damn it, what about alien? Some sort of rock and roll Fazoli.
We're going to put a stage.
Won't the big hair get in this?
We're going to put a stage out back.
Yeah.
Oh,
There'll
man.
be no mohawks at my Fazoli's.
Are you going to get to play Rock and Roll Hardies ever, you think?
I would love to. I haven't looked into that. I haven't thought about that. I should. I'm going to try to play Grimace's birthday next year.
I got it on the books.
If they don't do his birthday in June, I'm going to be pissed. No, because there's going to be a Pride. People think McDonald's is going to do a Pride Month milkshake.
And instead they were just like, fuck you, Grimace.
Well, because the Bud Light thing and Target had those. They had those kerfuffles.
They had the gay kerfuffle.
Yeah. They had that ad, Target. Come fuck us in the ass.
Come fuck us in the ass. Target. Eggplant emoji.
Target's aiming for above the down low.
Grinders free at Target.
Yeah. That would be cool if there was Wi-Fi or you'd be like, come to Starbucks. Free Netflix.
Free Netflix.
If you're on our Wi-Fi.
Free OK Cupid.
Free OK. Free Plenty of Fish at Hobby Lobby.
They would pick the straightest one.
Yeah. No, but McDonald's got cold feet, so they made it purple.
They just got rid of all the other colors of the rainbow.
I love that conspiracy theory because it means that McDonald's, they were like, well, we spent too much money on pink shake dye. And we
what if we just darken it up a little bit?
Exactly.
What if we
the cheapest solution is darkening the dye instead of just not using the dye.
Yeah, taking the loss. We're McDonald's.
Yeah.
We can lose one.
Also, is the dye more expensive than the whole Grimace birthday ad campaign?
You've got to pay Don Draper how much money to come up with that?
Yeah. Which, man, I am bummed that we didn't get because they usually do special sauces. Like right now, they have the Mambo sauce.
I've heard.
And the other one, and it would have been cool if they went with June as Pride Month, because I would have loved that extra thick ranch.
Load sauce.
Yeah.
It's got an umlaut.
It's hung like a horsey sauce. Horsey sauce is good, man.
Never had it.
What? Do you like horseradish?
No.
What? How have you had horseradish?
How have I had horseradish?
Yeah.
I don't know, on something.
Okay.
My parents liked horseradish.
My parents loved horseradish. It's one of the things that brought them together.
Now they have a fucking.
They'd have their fights, but when my dad was spreading that radish.
Nah, man, they got a coleslaw problem.
Do that.
They're eating coleslaw with everything.
Really?
They fucking love coleslaw.
You know what's a nice treat on the road I have a lot?
Coleslaw?
Well, I make myself some baked beans.
Okay.
And there's some bacon in there.
Yeah.
I'll do it up nice.
Yeah.
Corn, jalapenos.
You putting corn in your baked beans?
Just a little bit. And then
It sounds crazy, but you know what? I want to try it.
Oh, and then post show, you open that cooler, get your little cold baked beans.
This sounds disgusting.
And then you get a little cold thing of coleslaw.
Mix them together.
I go bite at a time. I go like
Bite.
usually
Make the sandwich in your mouth.
Usually I'll take the coleslaw and take like half a spoonful, put it into the beans.
Whoa.
And then eat it out of the beans. Because I find that a little bit of coleslaw in the beans is better than a little bit of beans in the coleslaw.
That's true.
And also I find that I can't control myself with this combo. Because usually it's gone within day 2 of the tour, baby.
That is the easiest thing for you to go to anywhere.
And get more coleslaw.
I think you could recreate that meal at a gas
I
station.
know. You guys have
Just steal someone's lunch.
shredded cabbage, mayo, and carrots.
No, they eat coleslaw with like every meal.
Who? Oh, your parents. I thought you were saying gas station people. I was like, what?
Now these fucking gas station
I was like,
people
what are you talking
won't
about?
stop eating
What
coleslaw.
the fuck do you mean?
Uh,
No, your parents eat coleslaw. Do they eat it with meals that don't? Are they like cooking in mind for the coleslaw?
Yeah, they're like, all right, we're having salmon tonight.
I guess we're having burgers.
Salmon and coleslaw.
Yeah. I guess it's hot dogs again.
Salmon, coleslaw, and couscous. Yeah, no. My parents are on a barbecue diet.
Yeah, they're doing all coleslaw things.
Turkey burgers.
They're like, all right, now it's Americanized Asian food.
Ribs.
No, and then they do bad imitations of Chinese food and Asian food, so that they can be like, we'll use coleslaw as a substitute for kimchi.
We're making coleslaw fried rice.
Yeah, we'll use it like kimchi.
Is coleslaw white people kimchi?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's impatient.
It's more like sauerkraut.
It's impatient.
What does that mean, impatient?
The kimchi, it takes time.
What's the difference between me and surgery, and what's the difference between what do my...
You'll get there.
What do my hands...
Just calm down.
What do my hands during surgery and me in this conversation have in common?
Sanitized?
We're both impatient. And then Dr. Cox walks away. And then we as the audience go, Dr. Cox doesn't do surgery.
Is there a scene in Scrubs where JD says something and Dr. Cox just turns around and walks away and the camera just follows him? He goes home, just brushes his teeth. It's just silent.
No, they're too busy. Everyone in that show is like, being a doctor is hard and exhausting. Well, time to do a little song and dance.
I guess it's time for all of us to learn choreography.
Yeah. It's time for me to do the worm. To show JD, I think he lives in dirt. JD, I think so low of you. I think this is my impression of you. And then Dr. Cox does the worm. You're like, what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so much work.
Dr. Cox, they don't say enough that the theater branch of Harvard Medical School is just out of this world. You should.
I was an intern at I was a resident at Johns Hopkins.
And
I did UCB.
I was also a resident at the National Globe Theater.
Yeah.
I did Hamlet.
some episode recently where he's wearing like a baseball jersey, and then the chief of the Dr. Kelso is like, you gotta wear like a lab coat.
You have to wear scrubs, and then the audience clap.
Yeah, he does actually say that. He does say scrubs. No, he's like, you gotta wear a lab coat, and then Dr. Cox is like, ah, fuck you. But it's like,
yourself, you piece of shit.
But it's like, I'm paraphrasing.
Gets him in a headlock.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, though.
It's true. You can't wear a baseball.
You should be wearing an old baseball.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for Dr. Cox on that one.
An old baseball jersey.
It's got dirt on the back. What was Dr. Cox's first name? Perry.
Perry.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that, JD. I just saw that episode.
Where he finds out his name.
My girlfriend told me that last night I was like, we're trying to find something to watch. I was like, we watch Scrubs, and she's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I think we're done.
How many seasons in did you get?
I think we made it 7 episodes.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
Yeah. It's also bad because I recently realized they're half-hour episodes.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, the show I thought was an hour. And that's not good.
Well.
It's not good when you think of things an hour.
A thing that you consumed all of.
Yeah.
Over the course of nearly a decade.
Yeah, it's not good when you're like, damn, I thought I'd wasted twice the amount of time of my life.
Well, you should be happy.
No, that is true. Although I liked hanging out with my friends, Dr. Cox,
Turk,
JD, Carla, Elliot,
the dude,
Ted, Todd.
Banana hammock. That was always great.
When Subway get in the mix? He probably comes so late. It's also depressing because I'm like, remember these moments in Scrubs, and I'm like, oh yeah, the porch. When did they get the porch? And I'm like, oh god damn, episode 218.
When does JD get a DUI? How does that not affect his doctoral career?
I'm never gonna get to see Heather Graham's story arc.
She brings clicky pens. Everybody loves her.
I'm never gonna fucking. It's also crazy because we're watching it and we're like, man, this show's like a lot about death.
Yeah.
And then they even kill off that one nurse lady for no reason.
Oh yeah, the older
because they kill
woman.
her off,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, a 9 series on a show, there's a chance someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like in the cast.
So just wait for that.
Just wait for that.
Why are you just gonna kill this? Why didn't you just wait like a month?
Yeah.
She's old.
Was JD's dad played by John Ritter?
Yes.
It was. So someone did die.
Yeah.
They legitimately had to.
Well, I think he was only in like one episode,
Yeah.
and then he died, and they were like, "Well, let's just make JD sad about his dead dad."
We'll recast
instead of recasting John Ritter.
They really?
We'll recast him as dead.
We'll also bring in David Spade and James Garner.
Is David Spade in Scrubs?
No, that's what they did on 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Oh, okay.
When John Ritter died, because he died on the set of that show.
Yeah.
And my family watched that show.
My family saw him die.
I watched this in real time.
Yeah.
It was a live episode.
Yeah.
No, but he died, and then they were like, damn, how are we going to replace this TV icon? The patriarch of the family.
Yeah.
Then they brought in James Garner to be the grandpa and David Spade to be some sort of like
uncle,
zany cousin, Steph, whatever. David Spade.
Who doesn't? Yeah, I mean, David Spade is a comedic powerhouse.
No, what they should have done with John Ritter is if his family would have been okay with it, get the people who did the dog, and then you could have John Ritter's body popping up and like scaring Elliot in scenes.
Whoa!
Yeah, like Rowdy, the dog. Just get someone to taxidermy John Ritter, and then anytime like Dr. Cox is being mean, you just go, "Oh, Dr. Cox, there's a thing for you in the broom closet."
Yeah, and then John Ritter's dead body, like a
decomposing.
bear with his hands.
I did ask my girl because it's been a few days since her mom's like bared, so it's done.
Yeah.
No.
I'm done with her bullshit.
I'm done.
She can cry in the bathroom alone. Okay.
But
no more support.
I was like, I do feel like bad in hindsight. We should have thought about this in hindsight. That we didn't even think if there was any Weekend at Bernie's type stuff we needed to get done.
It gets lost in the morning shuffle.
It
You know, we should really commend those people for having the wherewithal to be like, imagine how funny it would be.
Yeah, the funeral directors really need to be like. Also, I know this is a hard time for you all.
But
Are there any zany pranks?
But
or
before I
mischief
embalm
you'd
her and she's very rigid,
Is there anything you'd like to get up to?
is there an uncle you'd like to prank?
Now, we have had people dress them up and take them to like a high school reunion, or maybe that has happened.
Someone went to the Super Bowl.
Now, we don't recommend it, but yeah, somebody is that a thing?
Sure.
That does sound like a thing that it should have happened. It's like, yeah, in 1975, a dead body went to the Super Bowl. He was in seat 7B watching the Buccaneers.
Did you know that there's a group of people who have been to
Never missed a Super
never
Bowl.
missed a Super
And then
Bowl?
remember that great YouTube page we found?
Oh yeah.
Let's say. I show that to people on the road. And it's so hard to find because I have to start start looking at Never Missed a Super Bowl ads. And then people are like, well, why are you showing me this? And
It's
I'm
like, well,
trust me, it'll pay off. And then half the time, they mistrust me. Trust me, you'll either ruin my this week. That's how I should say it. You should go, trust me, and then I should do a follow-up and trust me on this. This will either ruin your trust in me, or you will now like me even more as a friend.
never missed a Super Bowl.
No, that.
I never missed a Scrubs, but they didn't give me a fucking cool ass ad when it ended.
Where's your American Express ad? Eric's never had a thing to do on a Thursday night.
At 8:30 p.m.
For 10 years.
I sat down just waiting for Dr. Cox to do some sort of dance.
Do a dance, damn it.
Do you think dancers at the time were ever like, man, all my friends have been on Scrubs. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That is probably true. Yeah. That's the big choreography job.
It's like New York actors who can't get on Law and
John
Order.
C. McGinley should try to get a Tony.
Why isn't he in more musicals?
Yeah.
It's clearly what he wants to do. Yeah. He should be in the Book of Mormon.
That is true.
He should be in Hamilton.
He should be
We're doing Hamilton, but it's all white.
He should be in Carla.
Oh, they
Come
did have a
on.
little bit of a thing.
They did. I like to think my little headcanon.
I think they fucked before Turk got there.
That's my thing too.
Yeah.
I think they hooked up and they're both mature enough
Yeah.
to just not.
They just moved on.
You know what? Turk doesn't need to know.
We had a delightful evening, but it just, you know what? We decided that we're better as friends.
Why don't you ask Carl about the mole? Never mind. JD, you're about as.
Oh, Turk, you're losing a testicle? Do you want one of mine? Your wife's already familiar with them.
No, it's just him roasting JD and then offhandedly bringing up like a Carla thing and then realizing he can't. He has to,
Oh, shit.
JD, I haven't seen between you and Elliot. I haven't seen boobs like this since
Cars
go.
3.
I gotta go.
Wow, Dr. Cox isn't usually flustered like that.
Yeah, no, it's oddly out of character.
Usually he's ready with the zinger.
You're
Can
about
you
as weird
imagine
looking as that mole on Carla's. No, I meant Turk. He's like a mole because he tells her secrets to I gotta go. Is that Brendan Fraser?
I thought he was dead. Why isn't there a scene where JD just cries? And he's like, listen, man, I'm really trying.
I'm trying. No, I teared up a little bit when they're doing the evaluation. And Dr. Cox being so hard on JD.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you see that he actually was like, there's one guy I like. It's that JD guy.
Yeah.
And then we as the audience are like, whoa, he's not mean.
He's not mean.
He do care.
I care now. He gives him, he's hard on him because he knows he can be better.
Sarah Chalk is like.
Sarah Chalk is a lost cause. He's like, that bitch is gonna kill a lot of people.
No, but Sarah Chalk, famously in Rick and Morty and Scrubs,
Yes.
is like, I think Ice-T should have an arc where he does care. For instance, like Dr. Cox.
This brings me back. She's reading the script. She's like, this brings me back to my Scrubs days.
Scrubs days. It is funny because Community makes fun of Scrubs.
Yeah.
And Sarah Chalk later, I wonder if she knows that.
I think.
I wonder if she knows that she isn't ugly. She's not. I don't want Sarah Chalk to think I think she's attractive.
Yeah.
Because I'm not interested.
Yeah, she would take it the wrong
But I
way.
don't. She's not.
She'd be hounding me.
Her and Meg.
You want to fuck Meg?
No, but both of them, it's like, you're not drawing that ugly, Meg.
Yeah. Why aren't they making fun of Chris? He's a big fat loser.
I know, right?
With that kid?
Imagine
Look
a
at his
guy
head.
who looks like Chris.
Oh my god.
You'd be like, gross.
Well, we both know a lot of guys that look
I
like
know.
Chris.
I know. And imagine a girl who looks like Meg.
Yeah, she's doing
We're both
fine.
doing a little smile.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Meg.
We've got a little cheer in our cheeks.
Oh, Meg's here.
Ooh, Meg. What's up, girl?
Megan.
Hey, Megan. She goes by Megan now. Megan Griffin. Hey, Megan.
Oh,
And then
man.
Stewie was hot when he got older.
I can't believe they can't.
Did they ever age them?
I think they do.
Have we ever seen Stewie old?
I think they do.
I'm gonna do a Google.
Old
Old
Stewie.
Stewie.
Young Sheldon, old Stewie. Comparisons.
No, but
Man, I love some Young Sheldon.
Yeah,
You up in that show?
I've never.
That's what
watched
you
it.
should watch
That's what I
with
should get
your
into.
lady next.
Young Sheldon.
Listen, if you just get past the first 6 seasons, it gets really good.
How about Young JD?
That'd be great. just a father in the 70s, like, oh my god, my son's gay.
It fucking sucks.
He's not homophobic. He just doesn't want
He
his
keeps
son to
looking
live
off
a
into
hard
the
life.
distance and thinking.
I think my son's autistic. He just keeps staring out the window and then laughing.
It is Young Sheldon, but we do cutaways. We just add in cutaways.
Every time Young Sheldon goes, it just cuts to like a Soul Train thing of the whole hospital.
Young Sheldon, they should call that soulless trains.
Sure.
Because
He doesn't have a soul.
He's autistic. He loves
He
trains.
just doesn't have a soul.
Start that mean. Be like, no, it's not gingers, it's actually autistic people.
They don't have souls.
Anyways, just make memes of that. Like fun.
Anyhow.
Fun memes.
Oh,
No, what?
you ever get tested? Your parents ever like, we got to get this kid in a hospital?
No. I don't think that was a thing back then.
We were on the cusp of people caring about their children's like health.
Yeah. Please just be like, I got a lemon.
Oh man, this kid
My
sucks.
kid's a lemon.
This kid blows. I guess I got a new ashtray.
I remember my uncle saying that once about another kid. Like, 'cause my nephew was like 5, or my cousin was like 5. I was like 14, and then there was some other kid that was like 6. That was like his friend's kid.
Yeah.
And then my uncle, it was like me and my uncle and my like cousin in the car, and he's like, "Yeah, that kid stinks." Like, he's like, my friend, like, that sucks that he got that kid as a kid.
I'd hate that.
Yeah, he's like, what a bummer.
Well, it's good that because I'm sure you probably felt the same way.
As what?
That the kid sucked.
I thought I was like, your kid sucks. Like, I'm 14, I suck. You suck.
I remember feeling bad for certain kids' parents, just being like, man, Daniel Magnadote, your parents, man, they
Full
fucking
name.
hate you.
Damn.
There's no way they like you.
Let's hope that kid's not alive anymore.
Maybe that's why your dad's still in the military, get away
Oh,
from you.
boy, probably. That's probably what it was. I'm in the military. Why? Because my kid sucks.
My kid sucks.
What is Naruto?
What the fuck is Naruto? One Piece. I'm gonna give him one piece of my mind.
I don't even know what that is. Even that One Piece thing is
It's another
nerdy for
anime.
me. I'm gonna kick your ass.
You fucking
Just
nerd.
for saying that.
They just did a live action one on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
One Piece?
Yeah.
Like Baywatch?
Like Baywatch. One piece. One fine piece.
Yeah. There's only one Piece I care about, and it's on Pamela Anderson's body.
Hey.
That was funny that they were like, man, we're going to make the hottest show ever. No bellies.
No stomach.
No exposed midriffs whatsoever.
And just cleavage.
Yeah.
Just one
Well, they
line.
can't just show breasts. They can't just do nude tits on TV.
Haven't you seen The Man Show?
What do you mean? They didn't show nude breasts, though.
They came close.
Yeah, you're right.
They put him on a trampoline.
Well, yeah, but
That's like running times 2.
what if they had him run on a trampoline? What if there was a show called like
Girls running on a trampoline.
called Beachside Action Jump Park Rescue? And it's one of those trampoline
Another
parks.
kid tried to double bounce. Get out there.
Get out there. But also we're by the beach.
Also, everybody's wet.
Everyone's wearing tube tops.
You ever been on a wet trampoline? It's slick.
It's during the war, so fabric is limited. Everyone's wearing tube tops.
People don't talk about how the trampoline business was shut down by World War II.
Yeah. Well, that's why his zoot suits were like a political statement.
Yeah, because they were like, look at all this fabric. And
Yeah,
I don't
know.
support the war.
And it was just so funny. It's so funny.
I don't support the war. I'm wearing 4 suits.
Look at all this fabric. I got so much fucking fabric.
I'm basically wearing 4 suits.
Yeah, which in a way it's like, I mean, it's like we're trying to get oil from the Middle East, and you're like a pinwheel. Like, look at this wind.
I've got 8 pocket watches.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
People walk around with Snuggies.
I got 4 hats on.
Yeah. Damn it, it's the war effort. Wear a tube top.
Put a barrel on.
You get a thong and a tube top and get out there. I'm trying to conserve cotton. We need it for the shoots.
Cotton swimsuits.
We need them for the parachutes. I remember my great aunt told me once about old swimsuits.
Yeah.
So yeah, my day would be like cotton or like a ride up.
That's
And
insane.
we were always like, what? Like I didn't understand about materials, understand what any of that meant. And she'd also be like, it would ride up. And then I was like, what is it? I don't know what that means.
It would get delivered to you?
Like, what?
The fuck does ride up mean?
What does a ride up mean? Back in my day, all of our swimsuits were made of styrofoam. And we couldn't go under the water.
We just put a cooler on.
We couldn't go down. We hadn't figured it out. But boy, that Jerry loves Muncie.
He sure does. And
As
isn't
an
it
Indiana boy, I was legally required to watch Parks and Rec. And
true?
then go, that's Evansville.
That's Evansville for you.
Classic Terre Haute.
It stinks.
You see the joke about caramel? They nailed it. I think Pawnee's South Bend. You're crazy.
What are you, crazy?
They drink Upland. You're drinking Upland.
I don't know what that means.
Upland is a brewery.
Oh, I know that much, but is that an Indiana one?
Yeah, it's in Bloomington, and then they
Oh.
have it in Indianapolis as well. But they drink it. They do drink it in Parks and I think in either the first 2 seasons they drink it, or they drink it after the first 2 seasons.
Let's turn this into a what beers do they drink on shows
Let's turn
podcast.
this into an NBC Thursday night.
Our dream NBC Thursday night. Scrubs.
Next week I'm just going, yeah, I read Jason, what's his name's fucking biography.
Jason Alexander.
No, who's the guy? You would work. No, but who's the... My name is Earl.
Oh, Jason Lee.
I read Jason Lee's autobiography.
You know what? For a Scientologist, he's pretty chill.
Pretty cool guy.
Skateboards.
Hey, you ever watch Up All Night? Pull up the Wikipedia page for Up All Night.
Did you watch Superstore?
No, let's read the Wikipedia.
What about Raising Hope?
Now you're getting way too. You really did watch every Scrubs. What was Raising Hope?
I have no idea. I just know the name.
Probably a kid named Hope.
I would bet.
And someone's raising him.
And there was some show
Did
where...
they do that pun with Raising Arizona?
Yeah, the kid's name is Arizona.
I think it is.
It might be. I don't know. There was some show where, like... This might be what Raising Hope is, but I don't know. There was some show where, like, a guy, like, impregnates a woman.
Whoa.
And she has the kid, but she's on death row for some reason.
Whoa.
And so he's got to raise a kid.
That seems like a limited series.
But it was so funny.
That was on NBC.
I don't know. That might have been a dream I had last night.
Okay.
No,
That
it
is
was.
probably what Raising Hope is.
It probably is.
I liked Up All Night because every year they'd change it.
I like.
They go, what if the show is a show about a show? What if it was a show about a show that's a show?
It's an American sitcom.
Classic.
It's got Greg Garcia in it.
The Greg Garcia?
Oh no, it was on Fox.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, Fox obviously would have that.
James Jimmy Chance is a 23-year-old living in a quirky fictional town who impregnates a serial killer during a one-night stand.
It's like Twin Peaks meets a bunch of shit.
After the mother is sentenced to death, Jimmy relies on his unorthodox but well-intentioned family. So it's got a zany family, a dead girl, and a baby. I can't believe it only ran for 2 seasons.
2?
Or wait, more
That's
than 2.
more than Oliver Bean got.
It ran for 4.
That's way more than Oliver Bean got. I was fascinated by Oliver Bean.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I think Norm was on it. But
Yeah.
it was a show. I think it was Fox. I think it was in the block with The Simpsons at one point.
Okay.
No. Why limit ourselves to NBC? This is a show about comedy blocks.
We
So
get a
Larry-
cease and desist from Neil Brennan. And
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. The next will be like, yeah, remember when Chappelle's show would lead right into the South Park, and then the Daily Show.
That was great.
Those were the days.
Those were the
What a
days.
nice
And then there was a brief time, the Colbert Report right after.
after.
That's 3.5 hours of your day.
I'm losing it.
You don't even have to think about any.
Remember when they'd run abridged Conans? That was my introduction to late night. Remember that?
30-minute Conans? Yeah, I do remember that.
I think it was an hour, but it might have been 30. It might be right.
They used to do that with SNL too.
They did. Dude,
Where they would
SNL.
it would just be like the monologue, 2 sketches, which is what SNL probably should be.
No, they would do it. Well, E did it. Do you remember it as being on E or Comedy Central?
I remember it being on Comedy Central,
Okay.
but I could have my memory wrong.
I think E did it as a half hour. Comedy Central would do an hour, and that's how I consumed it. And then it blew my mind the first time I watched it like live, and I was like, "This show's so long."
First time
and
I was
boring.
this live in the studio.
Yeah, no, but I was like, "This show's so long and boring."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "What the fuck?" But no, doing that shit, that was like so into. It's wild that doesn't happen.
You're like, why not? Why can't Seth Meyers be 2 minutes?
No,
I think
just-
you're just talking about YouTube clips.
No, I know, but back when people did TV schedules, why wouldn't you run a late night show the next afternoon or some shit?
Yeah.
And like a short version.
You'd travel back in time and sell that to Fox.
I know, it's crazy.
Who never had a talk show.
Guys, you got to get me and Arsenio.
I'll make sure he doesn't go too off the rails again.
Hey, how about it's Cars, but it's from the 90s? And it's the Arsenio Hall show. And then it's in Cars. There's like a talk show. Cars,
They're honking.
They're honking, yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
They've all got the windshield wipers. Doing a little Nazi salute.
They're spraying.
Yeah. I had a very funny riff the other day. I hope someone recorded this, 'cause I think they filmed this show. But you couldn't see the crowd. Bright stage lights.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point, I I realized that if I covered the one stage, like, I could see everything.
Yeah.
But then it also looked like I was doing a Nazi salute.
Oh,
and
no.
then my riff was, maybe Hitler just couldn't handle the lights. He's up there, the bright lights of Germany. He's like, I can't see the crowd. Hold on, everybody. Let me just reach out my arm, block this one light.
All right. You got any anything that's not Nazi related to bring us home?
Heyo.
All right, Craig Ferguson with your Hitler jokes.
I'm British. Or no, Irish or something.
Scottish.
I
think.
What's the difference? I know that they hate each other, and that's like a joke thing to say. It's like, what's the difference? But truly, I don't really know.
I don't either. I mean, they're just different regions.
Well, Ireland's an island, right?
Why does everyone talk shit about Indiana here? Because it's right there.
Island. Yeah, I've never. Britain is confusing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the north is where. I'm like, no, the south is where the dumb people live.
And they don't have Mexican food.
Yeah, they don't. Fish and chips. And then you get the chips and you're like, this isn't a fucking chip.
Where's the chips?
This is a...
I want some Lay's.
This is a French fry.
I want some barbecue chips.
Oh, I hate Lay's. I was given a Lay's the other day.
Are we talking regular Lay's or baked Lay's?
Any chip.
Any chip? That's much broader than Lay's. No Ruffles either? Pringles?
I had half a mine. I had half a meatball sub.
Yeah.
And side salad is part of a lunch special. They go, also, you get a pickle. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And chips.
Nice.
It's like, say less, pal.
Where'd you get that? That sounds
Chips,
like a good
what,
deal.
do I need a tiny pillow for a diorama? Like, that's be a pretty big pillow for a diorama.
For a diorama, that would be a very large
What, do I need
pillow.
a pillow for a stuffed animal? That was my doll taking a nap. Give me a bag of chips? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Where'd you get that deal? That's a sweet deal.
Derby.
You haven't said the price yet.
It was a lunch deal. Also, it's this
Derby City Pizza
It's this
Company.
great deal where a lady, her sister died, so she's like, "I've got lunch, everybody." So I was like, "Baboom."
Did you know the
Cha-ching.
griever or the?
Oh, we were all there together.
Oh, okay.
But in my mind, I was like, "Dude, cha-ching."
Oh, is
I
this...
gave everyone a look. I said, "Order double."
Get.
She's gonna be crying too much to even read.
What's the
price.
biggest pizza you have?
She's gonna be.
Every topping, please.
She's gonna.
But can I get them all on the side?
She's gonna be so tied up in like fucking probate and all this shit. She's not gonna be checking the itemized receipt. Can I order a pizza for delivered to my house later on this bill here?
Can I schedule a delivery for every day this week? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do the whole month.
Yeah.
You tell her like, oh, and they added the gratuity, but you know you should probably add a little more in cash. You start grabbing, you grab it out of the thing. They're already getting 18%. Fuck them.
I'm making the big bucks. No, it's Derby City Pizza. Or it's called?
Yeah, no, they got a good meatball sub.
That's what I thought.
They're in the running.
Who's winning? Which balls are rolling fastest downhill?
Subway.
Really?
No.
They do know how to do it.
They do have a good meatball sub, and plus, a lot of meatball subs could benefit from toppings.
People
think that it's all about the meatball, and it's like, listen, I agree. The meatball should be the star, but what is this, a one-man show? What are you, Mike Birbiglia, the sandwich?
Exactly.
I want green peppers. I want jalapenos.
Yeah. Mike Birbiglia, the sandwich. No thanks. That's the kind of thing you hear, and then you look at the person across the table and go, "We can go somewhere else if you want."
You know, you could have vetoed this earlier.
Yeah, some of these shows seem mean, like Mike Birbiglia, the sandwich. Pete Holmes does new material. Oh my God.
Jesus.
What is happening?
Pete Holmes riffing. Oh my God.
All right. Well, all right.
Pete Holmes doing a drop-in at an improv show.
Ooh. No, but so that is a good meatball.
Yeah, no, it's a good meatball. It's not dry.
What were you saying about the Subway meatball?
The Post there. Oh yeah, you get the toppings. You get green
that's
peppers.
why
You get
you like
red
it.
onions. You get jalapenos. You get maybe even you get crazy. You go, listen, I don't want a lot of olives.
I heard that the
And you don't get it toasted. It dries it out.
no toasting's crazy. What the fuck?
Well, if you toast a ham, Sammy, it's
No.
fine.
Well, ham's different. No, I heard
You
that
get a meatball sub. Anything else on it? Ham.
ham. Throw some bologna.
Ham, bologna. I'd like everything from the cold cut combo on it.
I'm gonna just do a turkey sub with meatballs on top as a topping. Yeah, I heard that the Subways in India aren't even that much better. Like you go and you get it authentic, and it's not even like you can't. It's
Yeah, it's strange that like because usually an immigrant population comes over here and they, the restaurants they open, it's their cuisine.
yeah,
But they were just like, this Subway's already banging.
rocking out.
let's just do this.
We should go to Britain and open Mexican places.
We should open Taco Bells.
Yeah.
We got a Taco Bell in the East End.
That does make sense though, because it's like the British Empire it's expanded so fast.
They never got to Mexico though.
And then you got Subway expanded so fast, took over McDonald's and
Yeah.
so quickly. And then India's over there.
It expanded in inverse to Jared's pants.
Yeah, but then India, they're over there. They're like, hey, this is our way to get back at the British Empire. Because there's no point getting back at Britain now.
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
It's like beating up an old woman.
Oh, we want our curry back.
Yeah, but who's the modern British? What does the sun never set on today?
Subway.
What empires? I tell you what, the other day I'm coming home at like 2 a.m. It's a Friday night. I'm trying to get some fast food. 24-hour Arby's closed. 24-hour McDonald's closed. 24-hour Subway, a beacon in the night.
Is a 24-hour Subway somewhere?
There's a Love's that's like on exit like 20 across the river, and they have, according to the sign, a 24-hour McDonald's and Subway.
Nice.
McDonald's always closed.
Yeah.
Subway always open.
Well, they're slaves, so it's pretty easy to keep that ball rolling. The other option is go back to India. I guess you don't mind putting together a
late
fucking
night
BLT.
Subway has a similar vibe to like a cheap motel, where you go in and you're like, "Is this place open?" And then a person in a nightcap
Comes up.
wanders in.
Do you need a room for the night, sir?
Oh my goodness. No, a nice hotel. What are we at on time?
We can stop.
Oh, okay. When's the last time you were in a hotel? Motel? Holiday Inn? Say what?
I think I stayed in like a Super 8 when I was coming back from New Orleans. Because I hadn't slept in like 7 days. And I was like, I'm about to drive for 9 hours. I should probably sleep.
I should get some views.
I should maybe find a bed.
What was your process? Did you just find the first one?
Yeah. Well, I was so whacked out of my mind that like driving across the is it a lake or a river that you drive across?
Oh, you drove across the bridge?
Yeah.
The Pontchartrain?
Yeah. And like halfway through, because I was like still like talking to myself, and then like
You drove on the bridge? The one that goes across it?
yeah.
That's funny that it's like, because so many people are scared of like those types of situations.
Why?
Because it's like, oh, it's a bridge. I could crash into this lake. I'm like, whatever. And then you're at, like, they're like, no, it's okay. That guy's crazy.
That guy's insane.
He hasn't slept in days. He's talking to himself.
Yeah, I was just like talking to myself, like,
He thinks this is Rainbow Road.
he's gonna try and do the shortcut soon.
He thinks he's on the course from Pokemon Snap, where you take the photos of Mew. This guy don't know what's going on. He keeps calling himself the Silver Surfer.
keeps He keeps trying to put it in reverse.
Yeah, and then
No one knows why.
Meanwhile, it's just some lady whose tire blew out once on the highway, and she was like PTSD from it.
A truck almost hit me.
Yeah, she's crying.
And I'm just next to her like,
He was looking for alligators with their thumb out. No, that's the second longest bridge of its type in the world.
Really?
Yeah, there's one in China that's longer.
Well, I wasn't fucking scared of
That
it.
bridge. No, it's a pretty cool bridge.
I did it both ways, and I was a bunch.
You did it reverse.
I feel like I did it coming in and going out.
Yeah. Well, that's a weird route coming in, but I don't doubt that you did it.
Considering the entire plan was just south.
Yeah. That makes sense. You probably thought that was the ocean. You're like, this must be the bridge to
Here I
Hawaii.
am. Here I am.
This is how you get to Mexico.
A beautiful Hawaii. I'm headed to Cuba.
Yeah. That bridge is funny because I always picture it. I don't think that water's super deep.
No, probably
So it's
not.
like, oh, if you crash off
I
it.
should have just walked across.
It's like, oh, if you crash off it, your like car would sink. But I think what would actually happen is your car would like just be stuck.
You would just be in a car
sticking
accident.
out, and then you're just like sitting on the trunk of a car, sticking out of a lake.
Putting your thumb up. Like
Yeah. No, the moonlight.
your
on
dad
the
comes by on a
Pontchartrain.
boat.
Hey. That'd be great. No, my dad couldn't hang with those guys. They'd chew him up and spit, turn him into fucking feed for the gators. They turned my dad into bait.
I can't believe I
They
didn't...
turned my dad into bait. It's somehow that's someone's life story.
I can't believe I was exclusively in a metropolitan area and I didn't see a single alligator there.
You didn't? That's crazy. You think there would have been at least one at like a gas station, getting a pack of smoke. Do you think you saw a full alligator if you counted
In pieces?
Oh, yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
In pieces, yes.
Yeah.
The stew I saw boiling.
I ate a whole gator.
My mama put a whole gator.
No, I was in Florida. I think it was Tallahassee. No, it was Jacksonville. A lady was like, yeah, this lady in my neighborhood was walking her dog and a gator got it.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That'll happen. It's like, oh, jeez.
I think there was one story recently
How
where like
confused must dogs be? Because they're like, we used to be wolves. We know what's up. The
Yeah.
world's chill now. Everyone's
Yeah.
chill.
and then a gator fucking
Yeah.
gives him a death spin.
It's like, shouldn't you be tiny? Shouldn't you be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did they make you get small?
Yeah, small dogs just look at elephants like, what the fuck?
Why did they make you do this shit?
They're riding you?
What the fuck? What kind of bullshit is this?
They're riding you, feeding you. You can still fucking kill
They
them.
made my ancestors fuck each other when they were babies for centuries. And what dog years is centuries? It's true. We're just like, fuck the littlest one.
Just fuck the tiny one.
Get the tiny one.
Get the tiny one.
Jeffrey Epstein's like, no, I was trying to breed small people. I wasn't trying to fuck
Totally
kids.
different.
I was trying to breed some sort of new line of small people. It didn't work.
Oh.
All right, well, we're going to plug in and start the episode. Eric's brains have been looking for the other end of a plug, which is worrying.
It's just the power. I don't want it to die.
We did it. We need like a nurse to produce the show. Somebody's just in the other room. They come in and they're like, "I heard a beep," and then they like adjust a wire that we've unplugged. Like, okay. Dude,
Did you
oh
roll
my
over
God.
during your nap? This thing's all messed up.
When my girlfriend's mom died, they're like, her sister, like, we're all there, and her sister like unplugged a bunch of the stuff from the wall so it like wouldn't beep and anything.
Yeah.
And then, like, after 5 minutes, this like clearly like low on the totem pole nurse,
Yeah.
like sheepishly came in and was like, I have to replug all this stuff. and it's like the height of everyone being like really emotional.
Yeah.
And I was laughing, sorry, because like, oh yeah, when you unplugged it all, the like desk definitely started going like crazy. It's like, dude, all the stuff's unplugged.
Oh wait, so you guys just personally did that?
Yeah, her aunt just was like, fuck all these wires, and just like unplugged everything.
It's like that scene in A Christmas Story, just one too many.
Yeah. She's like, so you unplugged all the wires. And even in the moment, I was like, this is gonna make some like beeps.
This is definitely not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but they clearly were out there.
I don't think there's really anything in the hospital where you're supposed to go, fuck this. I'll take care of it on my own.
And then we're like,
I'm nervous going into like a bathroom at the hospital.
know,
I'm like,
right?
is this only for patients?
I know.
Am I even allowed to
it's like,
pee in
when you
here?
unplug it, they're like, that was actually the wire for the room next to you.
Hey, there's other. Did you forget about that guy on the other side of the curtain?
Only every other room has an outlet. We run extension cords.
That car was parked out front and then took off and just started honking. Like the horn is connected to the ignition somehow.
I can't see out my front window.
I better let everyone know I'm coming because I ain't stopping.
I briefly tried to do that in high school. I was like, if you can't get out of like a busy intersection, just honk and start pulling out. And then people like they'll like give you space. And then I did it like 2 times and it worked. And then the 3rd time I did it, a guy like looked like he was gonna fight me. I was like, never mind.
This is not worth it.
Never mind.
I'll be late to biology.
No, but the hospital, so we unplugged all this stuff, and then so clearly there's like some beep at the thing. And then they clearly just picked like the lowest on the total person. We're like, hey, you gotta go in and interrupt this grieving family to plug in all these machines. Because this is annoying.
All right, Susie, time for you to earn your bones.
This is fucking annoying. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's so funny. And then it's like, she was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm just like, kind of laughing. I'm like, this is absurd. This is some like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like,
Dun, dun, dun.
Jeff was sitting on the oxygen tube this whole time. Dun, dun.
He's fine. Susie's reaching for his wallet and rolls him off his oxygen tube.
I did have a good gag because we were leaving. We're like, what do we have to do now? Like, what do you do? Do we just bail? Like, do we run away? Is there some sort of paperwork? Like, what do we do? Do we have to take her?
I guess I'll pull around the car.
Do you have like one of those boxes like when they fire people in TV shows that we put all of our stuff in?
Take your shit and get out of here.
Security escorts us out.
We want all these flowers out by by lunch.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. And we're escorting you out so you don't take any tubes.
That same nurse like plugs everything and then turns around and just starts popping balloons. Just dumping flower water into the fucking toilet.
They told me to do.
You were gonna save the poinsettia.
I'm new here.
I just went ahead and threw it out the window.
Yeah. You guys want any of this prune juice? It's got a little bit of action on it. It's like a half-drunk juice box.
The guy comes in with the lunch cart and he's like, all right, Susie, here's your... Oh. Any of y'all like Jell-O?
Anyone who likes turkey. I did have a good singer on the way. I was like, I'm like, I'll just do all this shit because they're all grieving.
Yeah, they're sad.
I'm the least grieving.
Yeah. You're
It'd
like...
be weird if I was the most grieving.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck? He doesn't even know where it got well compared to
I wouldn't have bought that salmon dish if I'd known its cost.
I built a hospital. No, the way I was like, so that's all we need? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, do I give you the room key? I can tell that joke's been made, but they appreciate it.
Oh.
Those porno,
Well, did you?
There's no room key. Those porno movies I rent aren't going to show up here, are they?
Hey, what are those movies I rented gonna show up as?
There's a weird joke in Scrubs.
I want it to show up as How to Be a Good Dad, Volume 1.
There's this weird joke in Scrubs where Turkey's nervous about surgery. So Dr. Cox tells him to masturbate before surgery.
Yeah.
And then Turk does it, and then Dr. Cox has everyone standing outside of the room.
And they all applaud him.
Yeah, so
I remember that.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then everyone's giving him guff about masturbating.
Yeah.
And Carla goes, by the way, my house isn't like a hotel. The titles of the movies you rent will show up on the bill. But it's like, don't they also show up on the bill in a hotel?
And it implies Carla has rented
It implies that Carla's
pornography.
It also implies that Carla's some sort of pay-per-view. Why is there a bill at Carla's house?
Well, you can rent movies.
Yeah.
Fucking Spectre Vision.
Yeah, but like in a hotel, like that's such a weird joke.
That is a weird joke.
It's like,
That's one where they were like, let's just end it with them clapping. Like, that's kind of like the peak. This weird hotel bill line is clunky.
and by the way, unlike your laptop, the history does say the name of the website. It's like, what? Well, yeah.
And by the way, Linux does not have incognito mode.
You know, like, what?
Huh?
That would at least be better.
Huh?
That would have been a more confusing joke, but it would have historically been accurate. Because I thought Scrubs was supposed to be all accurate. You know what I mean? They're like,
I
oh,
thought it was basically a
it's one of
documentary.
those medically accurate shows.
Yeah.
Because doctors do jack off constantly.
Doctors are always whacking off. They're getting drunk in hot tubs. They're whacking off.
often-
It's great being a doctor.
They often look like Elliot.
They're always sexy.
So someone thinks Elliot's sexy.
I think the whole cast is
The whole
sexy.
cast is pretty hot.
Yeah.
I remember
Ted? Mm-mm.
Ted is the hottest.
Get
No,
me.
Scrubs was wild because it'd be like, I was like, keep calling everyone like sluts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's Scrubs is wild because they're like, let's get like Carla's an attractive lady.
Yeah.
But she's supposed to be like a really hot lady.
Mhm.
Like they always go out of your way to like, they act like it's like that like Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
Like Modern Family like level.
Yeah, they act like Manny should be
Yeah, like,
around
they
the
act
corner.
like they're like everyone's like la, 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 la. Like a wolf is yeah, like a wolf's jaw is gonna roll out. Which she's a lovely looking woman, but I always felt it was overcasting.
Yeah.
And then Elliot, they're like, what an ugly piece of trash.
God damn that tramp.
But she's like a fine looking, she's whatever.
Why don't you go fuck a dolphin doctor?
But then anytime they're like, we need any other woman in the show, age 18 to 30, they get like the hottest possible like person.
Well, Heather Graham wasn't going to stick around for 9 seasons.
No, like, everyone else. Like anytime they're like, oh, there's a random girl at a bar that Turk is talking to.
Oh, yeah.
It's like overly hot.
Yeah. Well, that woman can't act.
That's true.
All she can do is just peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots. While Carla looks over judgingly.
It's wild. It's a weird show. Let's make a documentary about it. Reevaluating. I got a lot of thoughts, man.
Scrubbing up
I was
Scrubs.
so bummed when I was like, you watch Scrubs? And she was
She
like,
said
nah.
no.
I was should be like, fuck.
God damn it. What the fuck else am I supposed to watch?
I guess we'll find a YouTube video essay. The unproduced films of David Lynch. Great. God.
I think even the ones...
A carrot's president.
I think all his movies are a little unproduced, if you ask me. Commentary.
Yeah. Talking about nudity being creepy. In the Twin Peaks movie, they're like nude.
Yeah.
But the rest is on TV.
Yeah.
And while watching it, I found it jarring. I was like, what?
What are these tits
It'd be like
doing?
if there was a
out?
Boy Meets World movie, and then there was a nude scene in that.
Did you watch that?
You're like, what the fuck?
Did you watch the Showtime season?
Yeah, I need to rewatch it, but I think it's whack. I like all the shit in Twin Peaks other people don't like.
Yeah.
Like I like the campy bullshit where
Yeah.
it like is like over the top acting and like dumb nonsense.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, it's about duplicity.
I think people overthink all of his shit.
Oh, yeah,
like every time
absolutely.
you read Blue Velvet and they're like, it's about the seedy underbelly. I'm like, no, I think David Lynch thinks the suburbs are cool.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks America is cool. Apple pie is
Oh, yeah.
awesome. Like,
he's such a horny old creep too.
yeah.
And then people are like, no, it's a comedy. Like, no, he's a horny old creep.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He has a weird sexual.
He consistently grooms like
Yeah.
young ladies.
He has very odd sexual urges.
Yeah,
He's not a good man.
not a good man.
Not a good man.
It's the end of David Lynch : not a good man.
The funny dinner saga. The funny dinner treatise.
That's the sequel to Scrubbing It Up.
Scrubbing it up.
Who
David
scrubbed
Lynch.
who?
Who's scrub me?
Intake. What's hospital jargon? Kelso was right.
Charts.
Kelso was right. It's a poorly timed title for a film.
All right. Well, that's enough.
That was my bust.
Get out and vote, folks.